Hi everyone. So in our last presentation session, we covered topic on planning. So I explained the importance of planning, explained the nature of planning, and also the important qualities with respect to planning. So planning is a major activity. So it requires many essential steps to be followed. So we saw how planning played an important role in any management activity. So in this particular presentation session, we shall try to cover up the further concepts with respect to planning. What are all the further concepts that are needed with respect to planning that we shall cover in this particular topic. So as you can see here, in this particular slide, we are mainly going to concentrate on the types of plans. So if you are performing an activity called as planning in any management activity, are there any categorization with respect to plan? Are there any types of plan? So based on the nature of planning, what type of plan you are going to undertake, we can classify planning into two major types. The first one is strategic planning, which can also be called as long-term planning. That means you will be planning for the future. You will be planning for the long term. The second one is called as tactical planning, which can also be called as short-term planning. That means the planning will be for short-term goals. You are trying to make plans in order to achieve your short-term goals. So these are the two major types of plans. The first type of plan is strategic planning, where it can also be called as long-term planning. And the second one is called as tactical planning, where we can call such a type of plan as short-term or short-range planning. Now we shall try to see the differences between these two major types of planning. So based on the nature of planning, we can classify them into two types. The first one is strategic planning, which is also called as long term. And the second one is short term planning, which can also be called as tactical planning. Let's see the differences between these two major types of planning. So as I had already explained, your strategic planning is a long-term planning. That means you are trying to plan in order to achieve your long-term goals or long-term objectives. It is mainly meant for long-term, might be 5 years, might be 10 years down the line. Whereas your tactical planning is for short-term, might be 6 months, 1 year. So such a type of planning is tactical planning. And also your strategic planning is a type of planning which will be done by top level management. It will be obvious, right? Because since this is a long-term plan, any long-term plan will be taken up by the top level management. So it won't be done by your lower levels of management. So that's why the strategic planning can be done or achieved by the top level management, whereas your short term planning will be done at lower levels of management because they are the people who will be directly involved in your project. So they know the in and out of the project. So since they know the complete in and out of your project, any short term goals that needs to be achieved can be properly planned, so by your lower level management people. So that's why your tactical planning, that is the short term plan, will be made at lower level. So whenever you are making the strategic planning, the main intention behind strategic planning, the major goals of a particular organization will be decided, and the major policies with respect to that particular organization. In order to achieve those goals, what are all the policies I need to implement? So the major goals and the policies to implement those policies, and also how you can allocate the resources available to achieve those goals. You will be making policies on how to allocate the resources to achieve those goals. So you'll be deciding what are all the major goals, how you can allocate the available resources. For that, you'll be making some policies. Whereas in tactical planning, it will be a detailed use of resources. You will be giving complete details on how you are using the resources. Here it will be a broader view. Here it will be a detailed view. In the detailed, in the sense, you will be clearly mentioning to what extent a particular resource and to where that particular resource will be used to achieve a particular goal. That means there will be detailed use of resources for achieving each goal. For every goal, what will be the resources that is needed, how much resources will be needed, for how much time that particular resource needs to be used. These are all the points that will be covered in tactical planning. So since your strategic planning is a long-term forecast, or I can say it is a long-term planning, it is mainly dealing with the broader aspects of your organization. So it won't be dealing with the minute aspects. Broader aspects in the sense I can say with respect to political, which will be the government that will be coming in the next year. So based on that political environment and also based on the technology growth in the market, you will be making this type of plan. So these things what I just mentioned, the technological perspective and the political perspective, they will more be uncertain in nature because you cannot predict next year which government may come, next year which technology might get boomed in the market. So that's why these perspectives will be mostly uncertain in nature. So you are mainly making that long-term forecast, long-term plans, or I can say strategic planning based on these factors, that is political factors and technological factors. Whereas you will be making your tactical plan or short-term plan based on the past performance of an organization. That means what are all the mistakes I did in my past year, how to overcome those particular mistakes. Based on your past performance, you'll be making a better tactical plan so as to improve the performance in the current year. So it won't be that much uncertain. You can predict. You will be having the data of your past year, previous year, so that you will be having a better data in order to make better decisions. So the last difference with respect to strategic and tactical planning is it will be less detailed because it will, as I had already explained, you won't go in detail with respect to everything. So it will be a broader plan because you are making the plan for long term. You are making the plan based on some forecasting. So that's why it won't be that much detailed and it won't be dealing with the day-to-day operations of an organization since it is long term. So it is nowhere concerned with the day-to-day operations of an organization. Whereas your tactical plan needs to be more detailed because what are all the activities you are performing in an organization day to day that will have a major impact. So that's why the tactical plan needs to be more detailed. So what we saw here, based on the nature of plan, we are having two major types of planning. The first one is strategic or long-term planning, and the second one is tactical or short-term planning. So in strategic planning, I can say it is long-term. It is mainly meant for long-term forecasting, whereas tactical planning is for short-term. Your strategy planning will be done at top level of management. This will be done at lower level. So you'll be deciding the goals and the policies for resources allocation, detailed use of resources ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು in order to achieve a goal that will be decided. It is uncertain. Political, technological environment na forecast ಮಾಡಿ decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. It is more certain. Organization past performance ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ. Day to day organization ಈ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So day to day organization plays a major role when you are making a tactical plan. So these are the two major types of plan based on the nature of planning, that is strategic and tactical planning. Now we shall try to see what will be the general hierarchy of planning in any organization. So in the organization and the consider madadaga, there will be a hierarchy of plans. Now we shall try to see the general hierarchy, what will come first, what will come second, then what are the means to achieve the above levels. So as you can see here, this is the general hierarchy of any organizational plan. First you will be having the objectives. Next, later on, there are strategies. In strategies, it can be divided into two subparts, single use plan and standing plans. Now we shall try to see each of them in greater detail. So single use plan, this is also a type of plan. So these are the two plans which comes under the category of strategies. Now we shall understand each one of them in greater detail. So your objectives are nothing but the broad end of the organization, or I can say what will be the byproduct, what will be the last ending product of your organization, that is the objectives. So ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ, ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು. So your objectives are nothing but the final product of a project, final product of an organization. How to achieve those objectives? In order to achieve the objectives you have set in an organization, you need strategies. So strategies are the means of achieving the objectives. Your strategies will be divided into two major plans. The first one is single use plan and the second one is standing plan. So the major difference between single use and standing plan andre single use plan are developed for a specific goal, are developed to achieve a specific objective. So once that particular goal or objective is reached, then that plan will get dissolved. That means the plan won't be repeated again. Such a type of plan is called a single use plan. ಏನು single use plan andre it is designed for a specific goal or an objective. Once that specific goal or objective is achieved or reached, then that particular plan will be discarded, it will be dissolved. The examples for those types of plans are programs and budgets. As you can see, every year the finance minister of India will come up with a budget. So once that particular budget gets implemented, it will be discarded because you won't be continuing the same budget in the next year. So similarly, if you are implementing a particular program, once that program gets implemented, it gets dissolved. It won't be continued or repeated again. Such a type of plan is called a single use plan. Whereas standing plan are those plan which repeat often, because there are often many situations, which keep repeating again and again. So in order to deal with those situations, we can have a plan called a standing plan. So whenever that particular situation repeats again, I can make use of the standing plan. So what do you mean by an objective? Your objectives are nothing but they are the goals. They are the broad end or final product of an organization. How to achieve those objectives? By means of strategies. In strategies, there are two major parts, single use plan and standing plan. What do you mean by a single use plan? So once a goal or a specific end is achieved, that plan will get discarded or dissolved. What do you mean by a standing plan? Standing plan are those plan which keeps repeating. So there are some situations in an organization which keeps repeating. In order to implement those in order to overcome those situations, in order to achieve the goals of those situations, we can implement standing plans. So as you can see, the examples of single-use plans are programs and budgets, whereas the examples of standing plans are policies, procedures, methods, and rules. Now we shall try to see standing plans in greater detail. So before going into the details of standing plan, first we shall try to see what are objectives. As I had already explained, objectives are nothing but goals. Goals a particular management wishes the organization to achieve, especially top level management. Your top level management will have a set of goals. So those goals needs to be achieved by the organization. So objectives are nothing but goals or aims which the management wishes the organization to achieve. ಆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ these objectives can be considered as the end point. What do you mean by an end point? If you reach that particular objective, then that is complete. It indicates completeness. So all your management activities, all your business activities such as organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, they are all directed towards the objectives. And any activity, management activity na perform ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರುನು, the main intention behind performing this management activity is to achieve those objectives. So ನನ್ನ objectives ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ನ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So your objectives ಏನಿದೆ, they will be multiple in number. There won't be a single objective. There will be many number of objectives. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, they won't set one single objective. They will set up many multiple number of objectives. Then your objectives ಏನಿದೆ, they are tangible or intangible in the sense that you can touch those objectives or you can feel the objectives, whereas intangible andre you cannot feel. A better example for that andre tangible anta bandaga where you can see the objectives in terms of results. So objectives achieve ಆಗ್ತಾ ಐತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ objectives achieve ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. whereas intangible ಅಂದ್ರೆ there are some objects which are achieved but there is no results to feel them. So adu qualitative, in terms of qualitativeness those particular objectives are achieved anta helbodu. Generally your objectives will be given a priority because there will be plenty number of objectives the top level management will consider. So you should give some priority to all those objectives because you cannot achieve all the objectives in a quick fast manner. There need to be some priority. ಯಾವ objectives ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ objectives ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ objectiveಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಯುವರ್ objectives in an hierarchy. So once you arrange your objectives in an hierarchy, you will get a clearer picture which objectives needs to be achieved first, which objectives is having a higher priority. Sometimes what happens andre your objectives will clash with each other. That means if some objective is telling that you should give 100% to a particular project, the another objectives will be telling you should give only 50% to that particular project. So there might be some clashes with respect to objectives. In such a case, the management should sit together and resolve those particular clashes. So these are the major characteristics of objectives. What are objectives? They are the goals, they are the endpoints an organization needs to achieve. So objectives ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಾವು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ there are many management activities. Once you implement all these management activities, the end point or you will be directed towards achieving those objectives. Your objectives will be generally multiple in number. There won't be a single objective. You can feel the objective in terms of results. If there are no results qualitatively, if the objectives are in terms of qualitativeness, then it can be called as intangible. Your objectives should generally have a priority. They should have an hierarchy. Sometimes your objectives will clash with each other. So these are the major characteristics with respect to objectives. Now we shall see what are strategies. Once we finish up strategies, then we shall move on to standing plans, which will be the last topic, last subtopic of types of plan. So what are strategies? So before going into the details of strategy, firstly I will give the definition. What is a strategy? Your strategy are the means of achieving your objectives. So through your strategies, you are making sure that you are achieving the objectives. Strategies are further divided into two types of plans: single use plan and standing plans. So what actually you are doing in strategies? In strategies, you are making a plan. Either you can make a single use plan or you can make a standing plan. So how you are making that particular plan? First, you are trying to understand or identify the environmental opportunities. What do you mean by environmental opportunity? I can say market opportunities or I can say market threats. So you are trying to identify the environmental opportunities and threats. In the same time, you are trying to identify your organization's strength and weaknesses. Then you are trying to make a plan or you are trying to make a match such that your organization matches with the present environmental opportunities and threats. So you should make a plan in such a way that your organization's strength and weaknesses should match with the environmental opportunities and threats. That means ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್, ಆ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಸ್ನ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ so that I can achieve those environmental opportunities and also I can overcome the threats with respect to that particular environment. So that is what we will be doing with respect to strategies. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಸಲ್. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಸಲ್? ಏನೇನು ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಸು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಸ್ನ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So whenever you are making a plan in such a way, you need to consider some factors. So which are those factors? These are all the environmental factors. ಸೊ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾವ ಗೌರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಗೌರ್ನಮೆಂಟು ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಲೀಗಲಿ ನಾನು ಈ ತರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದಾ, ಲೀಗಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲೇ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ GDP ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 year ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ತರ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಗ್ರಾಪ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಜೊತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಕಲ್ಚರಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಸಲ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಏನೇ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ ಏನು, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, ಈ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 types ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಏನು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದೆಮ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೈಸಲ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅಂಡ್ weakness. Based on this, you will be making a plan, either using standing plan or using single use plan. This is called as a strategy. So in this particular session, so far we have covered the 2 major types of plan, which is strategic planning and tactic planning. Then we covered the hierarchy of plan, where I had explained what do you mean by an objective, what do you mean by strategy, what is a single use plan, what do you mean by a standing plan. So in detail we went through objectives and strategies. So in our next presentation session, we shall try to cover the standing plans. Standing plans andre eno, different types of standing plans alge eneno procedures ide ಅಥವಾ ಏನೇನೋ explanations ಇದೆ, that we shall cover in the next presentation session. Thank you.